So what happened in the competition? It's a very interesting scientific story. We just briefly present some highlights. First of all, very soon, within a week, okay, somebody already was able to actually beat sign match. Okay, but you need to beat by 10%. So I have to go from 0.9514 up to 4-digit of accuracy of RMSE on the quiz set. Remember, the test set is reserved to the final phase. So 10% beating by a tiny bit on the quiz set in terms of RMSE over sign match was achievable within 1 week. Now I have to push this down by 10% all the way to 0.8553. Now you may wonder, oh, these are very small numbers, less than 1, and 10% of that is very small. Well, actually, don't forget, this whole thing is on the scale of 1 up to 5 stars. Okay, so 1 is actually a pretty big deviation. For example, if you see a movie recommended with 4 and 5 star, 4.5 star versus 3.5 star, that actually clearly shows a big difference. All right, and then in almost 1 year's time, by September 2007 now, there's a team called Belcore that made a 8.26% improvement over sign match. Very good. Seems that 10% would be imminently achievable, but that turned out not to be the case. The first place changed hands a few times until in the last 1 hour before the first year of competition ended. This same team retained the leading position with 8.43% improvement, and that gave them $50,000 US of an annual progress prize for leading the chart, even though it didn't succeed in getting 10%. And then what happens from 2007-2008 is that teams start to merge. If a mom and pop shop back then are able to be somewhere on the chart, it becomes very difficult because the smart teams merge together so that they can share their secret. In particular, Belcore and Big Chaos, another team, merged, and this team won the 2008 Progress Prize in October of that year. And at that point, this RMSE gets down to 0.8616. And then it merged again with a team called Pragmatic Theory. So now these three teams become one team. It's called Belcore's Pragmatic Chaos. So grab one word from each of the original three composite teams. And in June 2009, almost 3 years into the competition, this merged team became the first one to achieve more than 10% improvement. Okay. In fact, it got 10.06% on the quiz set in terms of RMSE over sign match benchmark. At that point, the competition entered into the final last call phase. All the team got 30 days to make the final submissions. At the end of that time, 2 teams actually beat sign match by more than 10%. Okay, one team is this Belcore Pragmatic Chaos, which got an RMSE of 0.8554. Okay, the other is called the Ensemble, got 0.8553. Actually, that's slightly better, but remember that's on the quiz set. The final prize would be determined on their performance on the test set that no one had seen yet, or no one had been using yet. And here's the grand finale. Actually, all of them, both of them, received 0.8567 as the RMSE. The same performance up to 4th digit. That's what the last digit that counts. So, who's going to win? Well, determined by who submitted the final solution earlier. It turns out Belcore's Pragmatic Chaos submitted their algorithm 20 minutes before the Ensemble. So, because they both achieved the same performance by RMSE on the test set, it comes down to the submission time, and Belcore Pragmatic Chaos won the competition with a differential of 20 minutes in this wonderful almost 3-year scientific quest. That's the grand finale. So you must be wondering, what did Belcore Pragmatic Chaos use to achieve this milestone and receive the prize? Well, you can actually go online and see 3 documents, 3 PDFs, okay, where you can read all the algorithm details. As part of the competition deal, you have to release your public information and allow Netflix to use it or its variant. So this is all public information at this point. Except if you go through that, you see it's just a bag of many tricks and thousands of parameters fine-tuned based on the training data. If you want to get to the gist of the key ideas, it actually will take much less time, especially if you're only interested in getting to about 8 to 9% improvement. That's what we're going to target in the next remaining part of this lecture. If you want to get to exactly a little above 10%, then it would take many more tricks. So our focus to how to get you to 8 to 9%, and what are the key ideas behind it.